Hello and welcome to Fresh Face Comics, the comic book podcast where a lifelong comic book reader guides his friends through the world of comics for the first time. My name is Joey Morgan, the aforementioned lifelong reader. With me as always is Jacob Licklider, the aforementioned newbie.
So this is where things really do just fall apart, don't they? Like,
One could say they disassemble.
yeah.
Perhaps, yeah. Why would they be disassembling? Why would they be falling apart, you might ask? Because today we are talking about the Avengers Disassembled by Brian Michael Bendis. We are technically starting the new Avengers by Brian Michael Bendis, with the end of the Avengers, because that's how you read comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how you publish comics. You give a brand new writer a landmark 500th issue and tell him, break up the team.
Yep, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. But all that is to say, we're gonna hop into our non-spoiler section as always. Jacob, my friend, what is Avengers Disassembled about? Oh, go ahead. Please.
Not a lot.
Okay.
Not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird. This is a massive event. You could fill an Omni with the amount of tie-ins.
The tie-ins have nothing to do with the event, because the event itself is a singular plot point.
It is one plot point stretched across four slightly longer issues and a fifth annual finale,
annual size issue. Yeah.
annual sized issue.
I would say, and all the plot in the story happens like in the final issue and the finale issue.
Yes,
this is going to be a short episode.
Yeah, this is
But also, if you want more of Fresh Face Comics, you can hop over to patreon.com/Studios and get even more of this podcast, because we do Fresh Face Extras over there.
So. It also doesn't actually the only thing it sets up for New Avengers is the Avengers have disassembled.
Yeah.
And
that's not a spoiler, because it's the title.
Because it's the title. Well, actually, no. The title of the story isn't Avengers Disassembled.
That is just the name of the event, really.
The title of the story is Chaos.
Yeah. Because I guess that's also maybe an apt description. Maybe.
Is it like very? An apt description would be early 2000s comics are really quite sexist when you think about it, and try to take any agency away from women and have men explain women's problems in some of the worst ways possible.
And then sexist comics get turned into major prestige format television shows on big streaming platforms.
That at least center the women involved.
Yeah.
The very least. Because I will say, Joey was like, "Oh yeah, there's technically adapted material. We're not going to cover it, but I know it's something you've already seen." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah. So which of the Avengers movies?" It's like, "Oh, it's not an Avengers movie.
Nope, it's not that."
What could it be?
For the sake of the non-spoiler section, we won't say, but also you'll find out. You'll find out. Stick around for spoilers.
You'll find out.
Yeah,
it is. I also surprised there are people in our circles who do like this story. I'm like, really?
Here's the thing: I wouldn't call it a bad story. I just don't think it's particularly impressive. It's just kind of there.
I would call it like mediocre.
It's like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, 6 because that last issue has some gorgeous art, and that's
I really do. Here's the thing: I do really like the finale issue. I really do. It's a great issue. Aside from that, there's some. There are a lot of there are a lot of hype moments. I don't know if they're hype moments though, because they're all devastating things. There are a lot of things.
It's so in 2 days. We will be releasing a commentary on the 2017 film Justice League.
True. Sometimes commonly referred to as Justice League.
Yes. I came to the observation that, this would go hard on YouTube Shorts.
Would this comic go hard on YouTube Shorts?
Some of this comic would go hard on YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, like 3 to 4/5 of this comic would go hard on YouTube Shorts.
Yeah. In a bad way, I should say.
Derogatory.
Because it oftentimes it rips it from the context and makes things worse, even. But it's the Avengers Disassemble. A couple of things I think we can get out of the way going in. there are a lot of characters in this thing, like,
Yep. Yeah.
and because it's like we want everyone who's ever been an Avenger to, even if they were just a temporary member, to appear at least once. Half of them are gonna, not half of them. A bunch of them are gonna
A number of
die.
them, yeah, they're gonna die. A number of them
Gonna
are gonna.
die in really unceremonious ways. Like,
Yeah, 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 and so that's the book we're about to cover. Unfortunately, because it is so plot light, and we can't really talk about a lot of the actual
no,
plot because they're spoilers. I guess we kind of just have to get
the
into
plot
blue
is like
sky
one plot
questions.
point. It's quite
Yeah,
literally one plot point, and we
yeah.
can't spoil
And we
it.
can't say what it is. Yeah, so let's get into some blue sky questions over here. Hopping off with the bit, our friend Rachel at Chelsea Shells says over on Blue Sky, disassembled question mark with an image of the Big Finish all audio from the spinoff Gallifrey. I'm guessing the episode called Disassembled. I haven't heard
I
that
believe
series in
it's
a
called
while.
Disassembled.
It probably
However, the
is.
Gallifrey stories don't have their names on them,
They don't. They
so
don't. Our friend Jamie at Jamie-season 7 says the Vision question mark with a picture of Chameleon from Doctor Who.
that's weird. The Vision isn't part of this comic, like really at all. Oh wait, no, he
Yeah, I was gonna
is.
say,
I
what are you
forgot.
talking? That's yeah. Did you forget already?
Yeah, yeah. Part of the problem with this goddamn book is that like,
Yeah, yeah. Our friend Andrew at Andrew Doing Art says disassembled question mark with a picture from Doctor Who: The Leisure Hive with the Fourth Doctor being split into multiple pieces in a ball. Um, let's see. I think that's all the doc. Oh no, there's one more Doctor Who one. Our friend Kian at Kian the Quark says Hawkeye question mark with a picture of Peter Capaldi as the 12th Doctor in the Doctor Who episode Robot of Sherwood as he is holding a bow and arrow. As far as the non-Doctor Who portions of the bit, Keen also submits Captain America question mark with a picture of Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia wearing a bandana with an American flag printed onto it. Keen also submits Disassemble question mark with a SpongeBob meme of SpongeBob saying, "I will restore the working man to his rightful glory. I will dismantle this oppressive establishment board by board." Our friend JB also says Jack of Hearts question mark with a picture of Uncle Jack from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I think he does kill himself, right? I'm guessing that's when he kills himself.
I don't know. I haven't watched It's Always Sunny, dude.
You've seen one episode of Always Sunny.
I've seen the pilot of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Jamie also says this version of Captain Britain question mark with a Simpsons meme that says, "Hey, I've only been here a few minutes. What's going on?" Jamie also says that we should read the Chuck Austin run that introduces that character. It's not terrible at all. Yes, Jacob.
I confuse Chuck Austin with Terry Austin. Terry Austin, the legendary inker of Claremont's X-Men under
I
John Byrne's
see.
pencils. Whereas
Good,
I know
good.
Chuck Austin is a bad writer who question mark plagiarizes. What did he plagiarize? What was his? He had several controversies, but I
I don't
don't
actually
remember
know. I
which
don't know these controversies.
controversies.
I'm not aware of them. Huh.
But it might just be generic sexism. But
That's also
that's
possible. Our friend Mason at the GD256 submits Avenger question mark with a picture of just John Wick, which I guess that's true. Mason also submits Disassembled question mark with a fucking throwback to a movie I must have watched when I was like 4 years old. Did you ever see Short Circuit, Jacob?
no, I have
Oh my
not.
god, it is I think the most 80s thing you'll ever watch in your life. God, blast from the fucking past. Thank you, Mason, for that. um,
He has an
on
explanation in the alt text. He says,
oh, does he?
Johnny Five from the movie Short Circuit. In the first movie, he tells that he doesn't want to be disassembled, hence the joke.
I mean, yeah, he was a dysfunctional robot, so I just kind of figured, disassemble that makes sense. But I hadn't watched the movie in a very long time. So that does it for the bit, though. On to actual questions. Rachel submits, who are the most, at least interesting characters in this comic? Most. You know what, Tony Stark. I think he actually has
That's possibly
a
fair. I was gonna say
genuinely
least
interesting plot point in this.
least most of the characters, like,
Yeah.
there. There are so many characters in this story, and there's not enough for them to do things like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, hey, you're gonna do some plot. You're gonna have a
Best
plot.
insert Pawn Stars meme. Best I can do is a 5-issue Brian Michael Bendis story. um, Rachel also submits, what was the least predictable thing that happened? All the deaths. All the deaths come kind of out of left field.
Yeah, they are quite literally there for shock. Every single character death
Yeah.
in this thing is
Here's the thing.
shock value.
And this also goes into Rachel's next question, where the Avengers disassembled skillfully. These are deaths done to. There needs to be a good reason for the team to disband and for there to be no more Avengers, and the impetus for that is a little heavy-handed, to say the least. Yeah, that's all I can say really in non-spoilers. Rachel also says, what storyline would you have come up with to disassemble the Avengers? I'm not sure.
It's the terrible thing of it's like, if you're going to criticize, why you should be able to propose something that you can do better. I'm like, that's not entirely true, because I can recognize this doesn't work. I don't know how I'd make it work.
Well, here's the thing: the bits of it work. I agree with the approach that, there should be, I think, some significant character death to drive things. I think it shouldn't be just random Avengers that are not going to be important to future Avengers stories, like is done here. I think if you're going to do that, make it one significant death and make it like the leader of the team, pretty much. Like that might be the way to go about it.
Perhaps
whoever that may be at the time.
There's also the argument to do it where you could possibly tell this story, but you'd have to do it from a certain character's perspective because
the character doesn't actually get it. Like Bendis isn't allowed to be that character's story.
Yeah, that character is essentially a sexy traumatic lamp.
Yeah, and is a plot twist. So they're not even in most of the story.
They are. So, yeah, and and there's no real exploration of that character's own motivations. They are told to us through a different character in a long fucking monologue.
Andrew submits, do you like Bendis' character writing? Some people swear by it. Others tend to think he doesn't write in distinct character voices. I definitely fall in the latter. I have long fallen in the latter. It's why I think Bendis' solo character books are far stronger than his team books. I think as often as Bendis' career at Marvel kind of mirrors the Jeff Johns career at DC, I think Johns has a much stronger grasp on the characters he's writing for, and Bendis loves writing for large amounts of characters, but has a hard time, I think, differentiating them sometimes, in my opinion.
I'll also add to that, there's also just a matter of too many characters in a story like this. You don't have that many pages, and you got to try to give them things to do. And some of these characters, I don't know if Bendis actually knows or likes.
That is also the difficult
It'll be really interesting to go next episode when you have the new Avengers run start proper, which I imagine is going to start with our first arc being we need to establish the new team, and there could be something there, but I don't know.
I think you'll enjoy Breakout a lot more than you do this. Obviously, Breakout's a much better story. Kian then says, "I love the idea of making Jacob read this after Civil War. What's next? You're gonna be getting him to read Avengers versus X-Men before House of M. Granted, this is less crucial than that example, but still contributes to Civil War, in my opinion. I think you're wrong with it, Kian. I think you're implying that Mark Millar gives a single fuck about anything that Bendis was doing in this book before Civil War. No, that is such bullshit."
You mean Civil War, the book where nobody's in character, and
Civil War disgusts me.
Which is so weird because Civil War has similar problems to Disassembled in terms of a way too unruly cast, not enough time to explore that cast.
Disassembled isn't as actively problematic, though.
This is also true. It is not as actively bad.
And here's the thing, and at least the characters in this book are in character, even if they barely get any time to shine for the most part, ugh. Anyway, Jamie also says, "I love that Marvel made this an event across several Avengers-related titles, none of which had any impact on this." Yeah, because there's no plot to tie into. There
is no plot. There's
We've
nothing.
got
There's nothing. It just
we
kind of
have got some sexy David Finch art though.
actually, hot take. The art is good. The inks are good. I think in the main story, the colors can actually be a little mixed. They aren't doing
That's
Finch's art as many
interesting.
favors. I
I
think because they fall
disagree, but all right.
there. There's a lot of stuff where it really there's this period of time in comics from I can't quite put the dates on it, but I want to say starting around 1995 and not ending to around 2010, where you start to really switch over to digital coloring and like a very specific digital coloring style, and
Mhm.
they haven't worked out all the kinks yet. And
Mm.
this is a book where it's like they really haven't worked out all the kinks.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. I mean,
and
maybe.
it
I
and it
suppose.
and it
I don't know.
becomes it becomes
I think some of the colors are rather effective, especially once
it,
like
it becomes it becomes especially apparent when you switch to the reprinted pages at the end of 504.
yes, this is yes, yeah.
Like yeah,
Well,
it's
503, but yeah.
503. Sorry, my brain. I can count.
I
Also,
I I I, here's the thing, I know exactly what happened to your brain. You don't need to explain. That makes
yeah,
sense.
like
There are four issues, therefore it should go up to 504. But no, it starts at
four.
500, so therefore it goes to 503. I know it happened. It's all.
Super weird that our big ending the Avengers issue
Is it
is
500 itself?
503. Yeah, like I'm
Yeah,
like, okay,
yeah.
Marvel,
It's so
why
weird.
would you why would you do this? Like honestly, were I Marvel and I was like, right, and it's like let's say it's too late to do this story leading to 500.
Mhm.
I would try to come up with a story that like can satisfy like, hey, the Avengers are no longer a thing as the big end of 500 with a big the end question mark,
Right,
and
yeah.
then yeah, make it kind of a an extra long issue special one and done,
Yeah.
and then 'cause also in terms of publishing, it's also really weird. There were only a couple of weeks between the Avengers finale and the new Avengers #1.
Mhm.
Like
Like there wasn't any actual time off to make the impact of the team separating impactful, you know?
yeah,
Like
like
it's yeah, it just doesn't hit as hard. Um but anyway, our last set of questions comes from our friend Mason. Mason says, number one, if you disassemble the Avengers, could you put them back together in any order? Well, if New Avengers is to be believed, the answer is very much yes. Their second question says, do you think the reason for the Avengers breaking up is earned?
not
Conflicted.
really, not
Yeah,
really.
yeah. Three. Which Avengers do you think is the most Avengers? Do you think is most likely to listen to the unrelated Belgium techno album techno anthem "Pump Up the Jam"?
Quicksilver.
Spot. Oh, I can see that. Spider Man. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
oh
yeah. Especially
yeah,
like 2004 Spider-Man,
yeah,
who
yeah. Come
is
on, yeah, definitely. With Bendis at the
dorky
helm,
and
yeah,
and still married. Like
yeah. Um, uh, Four, which Avenger has the worst taste in literature, and what is their biggest red flag book opinion? Oh God.
Tony Stark, he's a big Ayn Rand fan.
Oh yes. Or Stark just reads like the Elon Musk autobiography.
Like I said, he's a big Ayn Rand fan.
Yeah,
Ayn
it's Tony
Rand,
Stark.
Ayn Rand.
Yeah, yeah. Tony Stark has is I think the obvious answer to that. Five. Would you rather be stuck in ice for 20 years or have a nightlight in your chest? um, Nightlight in my chest, I guess.
I'll take the 20 years. I'll take the 20 years
Really
stuck in ice.
interesting.
It'll be a
Interesting.
nice nap. It'll be a nice nap.
And final question for today: do you think they ever do sword
I
play?
really hope this is a reference to the Avengers
No,
1961. It could
no.
be.
There,
Could
it's not. You know,
I
it's
know it's not.
not.
I want it to be.
You know as much as I do that it is not. um. All right, I think that does it for questions. Now it is time for
Oh
Fresh
wait,
Face Quiz.
there was one question in Discord from our good friend Josh.
Uh, oh, yes, of course.
Yes. I remember liking Disassembled, but it seems to be very divisive. Are you guys going to read House of M afterwards since Disassembled sets it up?
The answer for now is no. Um,
At
So,
least not immediately. I'm sure that's an event we'll cover, but like we had this question multiple times, like from multiple
yeah,
people who were
and it's
surprised.
like, first off, House of M requires more context than just Disassembled. There's a whole Excalibur arc that needs to lead into it.
Oh, there is. Okay,
yeah,
I'm like,
this isn't the only context you need. Like, it's so weird.
it's the Marvel. It's partially the Marvel problem of
Yeah,
everything feeds into each other. We're doing this because it's the lead-in to New Avengers,
yeah.
which, as far as I know, people think like redefined the book because before Bendis's New Avengers run, like the Avengers book wasn't that famous. Like
Well, yeah,
it
yeah,
wasn't.
yeah. The Avengers up to this point was essentially always what Stanley intended it to be, which is where he put all the characters that weren't already Spider-Man and X-Men or the Fantastic Four. That
Before.
this is
Like
where Avengers was where everyone else went when Stanley couldn't find another place for them in the Marvel universe.
you don't have a book, you'll be on the Avengers for a little while.
Yeah, that was
Uh,
exactly it. Like,
and that is
and first off,
a
let's be
great.
fair. That's also not a bad thing. It's okay for a book to be more obscure like that. I'm a huge Suicide
Yes.
Squad fan. Suicide Squad only just became mainstream less than a decade ago. Like,
And let's be honest, the only reason the MCU was building up to the Avengers
is because
is
they didn't
because
have the
they
rights to
didn't,
Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, the fucking X-Men. That's why.
especially the X-Men or the Fantastic Four,
Yeah,
because when you think, I hate to say it, when I think Marvel team book, I think X-Men.
yeah, that's it. Like,
Like
the X-Men are the Marvel team. Like, whatever. Anyway, on to Fresh Face Correspondence. We only have one thing for correspondence today. This is part of the show where if you comment on anything we put out, anything comic related we put out via Fresh Face Comics, Fresh Face One Shots on any platform, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, anything, we'll read it out here on Fresh Face Correspondence. We only have one thing today on Spotify, which I'm going to say now I'm very mad at because Spotify flagged. Spotify flagged a comment from JB, our friend JB, which says on our last episode for Thor: The Last Days of Midgard, which said if CV Savolsky wasn't a hack who pretended to be Asian, Marvel would rename Shield to Splink. Yeah, Marvel.
Link is what got it flagged.
Maybe, but yeah, Marvel, stop being racist and enforce the Green Cross Code. Because
But they can't stop being racist. CB Cebulski is like the editor-in-chief.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. But also, Spotify flagged the comment, and now you can't see it, but I can see it, and I can read it out on Fresh Face Correspondence. And that's why this segment exists. So, all that said, I guess that does it for correspondence. It does it for our non-spoiler section. If you're not sticking around for our spoiler section, you already know what's coming next time. We're covering New Avengers Breakout. It's the first 6 issues of New Avengers next time. After that, we are getting into different things. We're going back to some books we've so going into some characters we covered before. So
you said books we've covered. You were going to say books we've covered before. Interesting.
I mean, here's the thing. I would actually say that the episodes we have coming up fit into both the things I actually just said. So I love it. I love when we have cameras on for this because I could see your face actually be stunk.
The gears are turning.
Good luck, my friend. Good luck.
So I believe I think I now have my guesses locked in for like what these next 2 episodes are going to be.
Okay.
I'm so tempted to have you reveal them both because
no. Here's the thing. I think I'd be willing to reveal them both. Maybe we'll talk about it as we get closer to it. It's not happening this episode. It's not happening this episode.
No, because we're
ahead as it is. So there's to say
we may need to stay ahead because of February, but that's beside the point.
We'll be fine. All that said, check out our patreon.com/BloodNoteStudios. You can get all kinds of fun things there, like early Star Trek reviews, exclusive Star Trek commentaries, fresh face extras. It's even more of the podcast that you're listening to right now. We recorded an extra 20 minutes before this episode today, talking about a lot of tabletop RPG stuff, and also future episodes of this podcast. So check that out there on our Patreon. Also, starting in January in the new year, we are starting a new, I think it'll be a new tier. Nothing's set in stone yet. On the Patreon, we're doing bad movie commentaries because Jacob doesn't watch enough bad movies, and I think he should. So we're starting with The Room, the quintessential bad movie. So that's going to be all kinds of fun. Be sure to be on the lookout for that in January.
And we'll probably have guests on those at some point.
Yeah,
sometimes.
We'll definitely have a guest on the first one. So
yes, and I've already got other people interested in joining us for these.
Hell yeah! People see, Jacob. This is why bad movies are fun. It brings people together. All right. I guess. Also on Patreon, there's a general support tier. If you're on any of those other tiers, it'll get your name down in the description of every video we put out. People who see your name down there, see that you're a cool person, they'll want to be a cool person, and they'll join the Patreon. That's how it goes. All right. I think that does it. Let's hop into our spoiler section with The Avengers number 500. Consider this your official spoiler warning. First off, hell of a cover. So since we're in spoilers, hell of a cover to include Scarlet Witch on the cover for Avengers 500.
Also, okay. Yeah. So, can we just say this opens with some of the most early 2000s dude bro dialogue ever? Like,
oh yeah, yep.
Our first scene is at the Avengers mansion in this big landmark issue. It's Hawkeye and Wonder Man? Question mark? Is that who this guy is?
Yeah, Wonder Man.
Wonder Man. Talking about, like, who they, like, it is this, they're can't haves.
Yeah.
The women that they can't have.
To be fair, in a superhero context, it is kind of a funny conversation because they're all naming supervillains that they fought.
Yes,
which is a funny concept.
Also, they're doing this at the table with like
with their significant others, with their female coworkers, their significant others, and also their butler.
This is a fucking like HR violation. Where the hell? Who's HR on the Avengers? Who the fuck? Who would take that position?
I doubt they have HR.
They probably don't.
Maybe it's Jarvis.
That poor man.
That poor man. That man has been through so much.
Has to deal with Jessica Jones showing up.
Right. Then... yeah. But all this is interrupted because there is an alert that at the front of Avengers Mansion, there is a dead superhero waiting for them. This is Jack of Hearts.
Jack of Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed you haven't asked me, hey Jacob, what's your experience with Jack of Hearts?
Oh no, not Jack of Hearts. Just asking you your history with. Actually, I'll take the opportunity to ask your history with the Avengers in general.
I've seen all the Avengers movies in theaters except for the first one, because the first one came out in 2012, and I have a very overbearing mother who was convinced that
Avengers on first Avengers movie on the big screen with a bunch of people. Oh, beautiful.
I'm annoyed that
it was a beautiful moment in time. It was so good.
It was literally she wanted to ban us from going to see superhero movies because she was convinced.
Oh, that's right, because of the Dark Knight Rises thing. Yeah.
Yes, well, she was convinced that she believed the story that the guy was trying to be the Joker, even though no, that wasn't. That was media spin.
Well, I think also he did call himself the Joker at one point, didn't he?
No, that was all media spin.
Was it actually? I didn't know that actually. Okay.
No, it was all media spin. The guy was just he was mentally unstable, mentally unwell, and kind of became really apathetic and wrote a giant manifesto and just decided to do some senseless violence. But the spin was he was cosplaying the Joker. No, he had red hair. He had orange hair. And was pale.
I remember that. Yeah.
That's not really a Joker cosplay.
Yeah. So you've seen all the Avengers movies. Obviously, we've had Avengers appearances and other things that we've covered on the podcast before. But is that it?
That's about it.
Okay. Obviously, I'm not going to ask you about each individual hero we cover today because that would make the episode ridiculously long, I'm sure.
I'll give you a couple of some of the big players that we haven't covered. I know we've done a couple of things with the various Ant-Mans and the Wasps. I have seen the first Ant-Man film. That's about it.
Good movie.
And I am sadly aware that Hank Pym in the comics is an abuser.
Hank Pym in the comics is kind of a dick. He kind of sucks.
But to be honest, Wonder Man, don't know anything about this character.
Yeah.
No, he's going to be in an MCU show that isn't getting promoted at all.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be dropped.
Who's
Jack of Hearts?
Isn't he being played by the guy that played Black Manta?
He might. I'm not
I think
sure.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen, I think. I think that's who's being played by.
Let me do a quick Google search.
I'm
Hang
pretty
on.
sure he is, yeah. But also I'm pretty sure the trailer for that came out used like AI in the
Oh, it
trailer.
is. It is.
Yeah,
It is. It is
yeah.
him.
Anyway, but yeah,
I also Jack of Hearts. Never heard of him.
yeah,
Never heard of him.
you are unlikely to have heard of him.
Uh,
But
he,
it doesn't matter because Jack of Hearts is dead. He's dead here.
he
They
says I'm sorry and just blows up.
Yep.
Just boom.
Avengers Mansion is blowed up. We begin to try to recover from the wreckage.
Scott Lang's dead.
Scott Lang is dead. Yep. Because
Like
he was closest to the explosion.
it's just there's our we could have just a unceremonious like death slash maiming counter because
Yeah.
like
This also
it's
really
kind of
sucks
died.
because you just kind of fell in love with Scott Lang through Alias.
No, I was like,
you like, and that came out not long before this. Like,
like a year before this. So
yeah.
I'm like, well,
Oh, it
sorry,
sucks. Yeah.
Jessica. I guess you won't get your kind of supportive boyfriend.
Yeah. It
Um,
sucks. Yeah. But yeah, Scott is dead. The mansion is
we
blown
cut,
up, but we don't have time for that because we have to go find out what Tony Stark is up to.
and
As
you know what? I thought this was a time skip.
oh really? Oh no, this is day
Yeah,
of. This is day of,
this
my
is
guy.
day of like, yeah, and
Yeah.
that's like, well, briefly. Obviously, when you continue on, like you figure it out, but like, yeah. So Tony's giving a speech to the UN about how like the Avengers are great. How he is also Tony Stark is currently
Currently has his identity known to the world, but
known to the
but
world
he will not have his identity known to the world by the end of this book.
for some reason, but also is also currently the Secretary of Defense for the
Yeah,
United States government. Like,
yeah, yeah. Um,
which
uh,
fascinating plot point. Does it do anything? Not really. Also, he's suddenly drunk. Like,
yes, starts
which
going on this borderline
can we
racist
talk about how
rant
that's
in front of the
actually
UN.
that is like a could be a fascinating plot point.
Mhm.
Like,
It is interesting for the little bit of time it gets.
it just gets no time to shine. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
he goes on this racist rant against the delegate from Doctor
Not
Doom's
very,
country, Latveria.
yep.
So like,
Against people of Wakanda as well. Notice we're only going after the fictional countries in Marvel Comics. But Tony is sort of like escorted away. Wanda is here. Scarlet Witch is here at his side as sort of like a counselor in a way. Tony swears he didn't have anything to drink. He wasn't actually drunk.
he does call Hank Pym a wife beater, like
He does.
to his
He
face.
does. He
Which I will
does.
say, I'm like, you're drunk, Tony, but like, yeah, no. Why? What do? To be honest, why is Hank Pym get redemption?
It is a crazy ass line. Don't you have a wife to beat? Like what? What? Yeah. Tony swears he didn't have anything to drink. And like also, I do like the way Finch draws Tony here because like I don't know, there's something about the way he draws him that like makes it genuinely believable. Like Tony, like there's something else is wrong here. It is an interesting plot point to bring up
Yeah,
early on.
well, he's also just in cold sweats. Like,
Yeah.
um, also Wanda is here in shadows because spoilers, she's the one behind all of this
She's the Betty.
for some bullshit reason that like
One division.
is. Hopefully we'll eventually be reading Young Avengers, which has one of her kids in it.
Yeah.
Um,
Blanking on the name now. Oh my god, Wiccan.
Wiccan,
Yeah.
yeah, like.
But yeah, we go back to Avengers Mansion. Captain America's on the scene with the military trying to clean things up.
Military and Shield, and
then
yeah,
going to fly a plane into the wreckage is the Vision.
so the Vision does a 9/11. It's like
he does do an 9/11.
that is partially the imagery bent.
He did it. He did it. He did it again.
But like this is part of that is kind of part of the commentary that you think Bendis is going for, like
Yeah.
with the whole
Oh,
UN
oh,
plot.
oh, Jacob, you think Bendis is capable of commentary in a big team book? Oh, oh, you poor sweet summer child. You
Oh
think
no!
you think
Why do I feel like New Avengers might be getting a 7 out of 10 max because Bendis can't
it's
do commentary?
it's about that for me. It's about a 7. Yeah. It's um
Oh no!
yeah.
Oh dear. That's
I here's the thing.
that's
I don't love Bendis. Here's the thing. I love solo book Bendis. I love when he's writing a single character and he has a really strong idea for that character. But man, I don't love his team books. However, because we do read a fair bit of early 2000s Marvel comics, this is required reading. You have to do this.
you have to have this.
You have to. Yeah.
I am glad that Young Avengers, I believe, wasn't Bendis. I believe that was someone
Yeah.
else.
Yeah. Um,
I believe it's Alan Heinberg.
but anyway,
Yeah, Vision is here to monologue about how this is their darkest hour,
yes.
and
Um,
suddenly he like decays and
there's
throws up.
it. Here's the thing. It is some really cool imagery. I love watching the Vision melt like that. It's really cool. But
Why? Hey, Bendis. If the twist is Wanda, why is she going after Vision? Like,
yeah, it's
like
weird. Yeah,
it's. I'm wondering if this wasn't the original twist, or
maybe.
maybe I don't know.
Mm,
But
well,
yeah,
well, no, because Wanda's purposely drawn in shadow early on, like for a reason. Um, she's the one messing with Tony's mind.
maybe
Anyway,
the reason for the twist would have been something different. Like I don't
yeah,
know.
maybe.
So yeah, suddenly the bombs become the balls become Ultron robots.
Yep.
Um,
How's this feel as your first Ultron comics appearance?
except not really because it's like none of this is real, but it is real. Like
Yeah. It's some weird mindfuck shit. Our Avengers begin battling off the Ultron bots. This goes on for a really long time. Uh, uh,
and
uh,
honestly, this is where I think some of the coloring becomes like it's all very red,
oh, see,
and
I actually see. I actually like that. I see. I thought you were talking more specifically about like the final like 2 issues, but I think this actually looks really good. I think I like the sort of like shrouding the Avengers in the reds of like of the destruction of the mansion and the Ultron boss. I think it's just cool. I enjoy it. Um,
I
but
think it works in theory. It just didn't quite work in execution. Like we get a full thing of a page of She-Hulk losing it. Like
yeah, because she's mad about losing her friends, uh,
um
and she keeps beating on the corpse of Vision. Freaks out, rips apart Vision.
yeah, rips him
Finishes
in
him off.
half, which might be what kills him? Question mark. Like they aren't entirely clear if he's dead before this or not. Like
Yeah.
it's
Um,
very weird.
and then as She-Hulk seems to be about to kill Captain America, the issue ends with a little teaser of some people talking to each other in the
She
dark.
also nearly kills Janet Van Dyne. Like
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
literally in one panel. Like
Mhm. But that ends Avengers.
that our counter is at 3 characters either dead or grievously injured in really cruel ways. Like
And again, like I get the intent behind it. I get, that Bendis wants to be like there needs to be a good reason for the Avengers to not exist anymore. But it does come across as excessive at times.
also our last page is just this dialogue between some people in shadow that you know there's is it over? No, there's more, much more. They are many and they have much to answer for. We should just kill them and be done with it. And what would that prove? It has no meaning that way. You're so stupid. The answer is no, it isn't over.
Wait, I'm actually confused. Who's the other person supposed to be?
uh Good question.
I'm not sure actually who the
I
other
think
person is
it's
supposed to be. Huh.
I
Okay. I'm
yeah,
not sure.
who's she talking to?
I have no fucking clue.
She
What?
might be trying to talk to the vision to one of her fake kids that she created, like
Maybe?
which is kind of funny. Which is kind
Yeah.
of funny when you think about it. Like
Yeah.
what?
Anyway, Avengers number 501, Chaos Part 2, naked Tony Stark on the first page. Strong start, strong start. I do like this look at the start here, like seeing how the world is reacting to Tony's outburst. I do really appreciate that. That's really nice. Tony is being asked to resign,
Uh,
um, but then he goes to the Avengers Mansion, where we catch back up with She-Hulk, who once again is about to kill Captain America.
Also, hi, Captain Britain. You are apparently a character who exists.
Yep, she's there. But we have the Avengers trying to fight off She-Hulk. Iron Man comes in. We get a throwdown.
There are points where Finch just draws her like the Hulk. Like,
yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I do like that. I think that's a cool little visual touch. Like, I just like the idea of her growing more and more intense and to almost representing the regular Hulk,
like more Hulk like.
Yeah, it's a cool idea. It really is.
But once again, it's not an idea that's really, really like explored much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here comes Tony Stark with a Hulkbuster.
Yep,
take care of that problem.
Love me a Hulkbuster.
Cap is injured quite a bit.
And then Hank Pym shows up. He shows up as sees the mansion burning. Goes down to help his friends.
To the emergency room. We kind of stop the story kind of dead to get characters to the hospital.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice little touch, just a moment to breathe. We see I do like the dialogueless page of all the injured and the dead reports for for She-Hulk, the dead Scott Lang, things like that. I appreciate seeing that. Trying to recover from the madness.
Hank Pym gets this giant monologue. The Wasp, who is stuck in her small form for some reason, some mysterious reason.
Yeah, mind you, one of the first things that Bendis wrote in this entire book is Hank Pym is a wife beater. So
yes,
the scene rings a little hollow, but
it's a little hollow. It's a little. I think part of that could be the problem with making Hank Pym beat his wife, like as a thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's
a thing. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. Part of it comes just from the fact that there was a long period in storytelling where men could be easily forgiven for spousal abuse.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to say it's a different time because let's be honest, that wasn't right. It was just it's almost like we live in a patriarchy and there's certain cultures around
Jacob,
men.
my boy, you fool! You're trying to imply that comics are political, my friend, and we all know that's not true.
Yeah. So it's like Bendis wants us to sympathize with Hank, and the dialogue does it, but also
the dialogue's good. Yeah.
But it's coming out of the mouth of a wife beater.
Yeah,
and
also in a book, maybe that wouldn't be an issue if the story didn't directly call out in the previous issue that he was a wife beater. Maybe if that wasn't a prevalent part of Hank Pym in this story, like that, I would care more. But anyway,
we have our big, honestly, probably the most dialogue until the
X. Yeah, Bendis is not big on dialogue in this story. Yeah, we get a big moment of our Avengers regrouping, trying to figure out what's going on.
How bad the day is. Everyone's convinced it's an Ultron attack of some sort. There's this idea that he might be alive in Tony's armor. Something is attacking them. We then get the big, "You were drunk, Tony," and it's like, well, no, I wasn't. I haven't had a drink. Like, I'm still sober. Which is so weird that Tony just does the tiniest pushback of, "Oh, but you created Ultron," and I'm like,
checkmate, atheist.
Checkmate, atheist. I'm like, here's the thing. Honestly, this conversation is kind of one of the big problems of the story. Is that we're not actually moving forward with the dialogue.
Yeah, well, but all Bendis is trying to do with the scene is just establish that the characters are. There's friction here between the characters, and that there is that the breakup is coming, regardless of if shit gets worse.
We've already had about an issue and a half of friction once everything started to
yeah
fall apart. especially, it also feels like we're just trying to bide time so we can get to that big final page of this second issue of
Like, Bendis shouldn't be saving the Wanda reveal for as long as he is. Like,
no,
Wanda should already be a really prominent character in this story at this point,
she,
especially if you're only doing 4 issues of the main story. Like,
yeah.
it's
Here's
a
the
rough
problem.
deal.
She is on the cover of this issue.
Yeah.
She is not in this issue.
Is it? I'm guessing that's done to throw people off the trail, to be like, hey, if she's here with the team, then clearly she is a good guy. I don't know. It's weird.
But also, like, she's not really in the next issue.
Yeah,
Like,
she's the twist villain in the issue where the reveal is done, and that's it. Like, anyway, Tony flies away. I do like this in issue 2 with all the Avengers being here to like sort of like back up their
it's interesting to
friends.
see that Steve believes Tony because they were friends, and that which is like, hey, that's not going to be the case in a couple of years when Mark Millar decides to get his hands on these characters.
Yeah. And to be fair, like, it's not like Bendis wasn't always working with the friction between Tony and Steve as characters. Just Millar takes it in a totally different direction. We end the issue showing that our other heroes in the Marvel universe are here to like back our Avengers up as the world begins to like turn on these heroes. And I like that image that closes out the issue.
It's a great image, but it does add so many characters.
So, Jacob, we're gonna add Moon Knight to the tier list, right?
And Black Panther.
And Black Panther and Namor, of course. Namor, I might, because he was in Unbreakable X-Men.
Namor's at least in Unbreakable. Like,
yeah, which was great.
Jessica Drew.
Well, Jessica Drew is important in the next volume. So
I was gonna say she is also on the cover.
I will actually be adding her to the tier list next year.
I was gonna say, like, I was going to say, I assume she becomes a part of the team because the cover of we're reading from the New Avengers, Modern Era Epics.
Yeah.
So it's a nice team shot. But,
yeah. Anyway, though, this brings us into Avengers number 502, with once again Wanda on the cover. Is she in the issue? Probably not. As we open up the issue, we have Nick Fury here.
I was jump scared once again.
I was just gonna say, you always do this. You're scared of White Nick Fury.
I'm very
White
sorry.
Nick Fury isn't real. He can't hurt you.
No, but he's right there, Joey. He's on every page.
Yeah, he still talks like Sam Jackson.
He does, which is
that's the thing that makes Sam Jackson so good for the role, like, because he still talks like this damn character.
Thank God when they did the Ultimate Universe, they actually modeled him on Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
even before the Avengers, or the MCU, and yeah, because his first appearance was Iron Man. Anyway,
yeah.
So, hey, Joey, not a lot actually happens in this issue. Like,
oh yeah. So we've got Nick Fury telling the heroes to disperse because this is sort of like being at the mansion is kind of not good for their public appearance.
It's illegal. It's outright illegal.
Mm-hmm.
So like, part of the problem is also like
we do have this nice little moment of Carol Danvers, or of Steve consoling Carol after the death of Scott. I like that little moment, but it's all like it's a tiny moment.
Also, hey, you want to know when the Avengers disassemble? It happens right here. Like,
yeah,
like it's cool. They're no longer a team. You could have done this in one issue. You could have done this story in like one oversized issue and made it pace decently. Because like,
again, I mean, shit. I know you haven't read it, but man, Death of the Justice League is a single issue that kills off all the Justice League and does a proper story with all that, and it's all done in one big issue, and it's really good. I digress.
So part of the problem is, okay, we are on page 1, 2, 3, 4 of the issue. and we've just disassembled the Avengers. So where do we go from here? Alien invasion.
Yep.
Like, suddenly alien invasion.
That actually has nothing to do with Wanda at all.
No,
I
she's the
think.
one who did it. She did
Oh,
it.
that's right. Oh, that's right. Yes.
Everything is like, it's literally Wanda. Question is like, cool. What are Wanda's actual, like? How powerful is she if she is influencing people, chemically altering their brains to make them drunk without having had a drink, making them angry, and summoning, like, creating Ultron robots and aliens that will disappear? It, like, so much of this issue becomes action of it's the, oh shit, we brought so many characters from the past together, we have to give them something to do, so let's just do a giant extended fight scene.
Yeah.
And
That ultimately ends in the death of Hawkeye because he flies up to the alien spaceship with one of the aliens, and the ship blows up with him
yeah,
there.
he sacrifices himself.
Yeah, so
um
Hawkeye's dead.
and that gives us our big Avengers Assemble moment, which, like, cool, but like
Yeah,
that literally lasts for a page,
yep. We
because
finish off the
then
rest of the aliens, and then Doctor Strange
in a
arrives.
page, and Doctor Strange here's like, I am here, partially dressed kind of like, part of this feels like it's trying to tribute some of the Avengers' biggest foes, like, because you get Ultron, you get
Mhm.
the Kree.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, here's the thing.
Strange is
It is a story explicitly to be like an Avengers ending. Like what does the ending of the Avengers look like? But it's done so strangely, and I don't think it's technically like bad. It's just severely underwhelming.
it is it is mediocre. Like, Strange is drawn from the back, kind of like Loki is on the cover of the Avengers #1 in this
Oh
one panel.
yeah, I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
that. Yeah.
My little thought was, because I wasn't clocking that it was Wanda doing it. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I
uh,
want to know actually because I had told you ahead of time that there was an MCU adaptation of technically an MCU adaptation of this story. What was your mind at? Where was your mind at before this next issue reveal?
my mind was at, like, maybe there's some stuff from Civil War that they kind of took from this, like,
I see.
um, or maybe, like, I was couldn't remember if there was something in, like, Age of Ultron that they might have taken from this as well, that, like,
Nope.
I just wasn't remembering. Because,
Yeah,
fair
no. Mm-mm.
warning, the Avengers film I've seen the most is the first one, because
It's a great movie.
yeah,
It is a movie I will consistently rewatch. It is a good movie.
the I have to show you the overly sarcastic productions detailed diatribe on it's like, why Phase 1 of the MCU is brilliant, why Captain America: The Winter Soldier is perfect, and why the Avengers, despite the Joss Whedon of it all, is perfect. Like,
It's so yeah, seriously, like it's so good.
but yeah,
Anyway,
like, my brain wasn't going there. But also, like, hi, Doctor Strange. I forgot that was the end of the issue. Like, Jesus Christ.
yeah, it goes by so fast. This is the Avengers number 503, and we decided to take a step back to then. Um, so
Where part of the problem also is, I'm gonna be honest, outside of their hero costumes, it I didn't recognize that, like, I didn't recognize Scarlet Witch.
oh, can't you tell she's the one wearing the red bikini? And can't you tell Hawkeye by the fact that he is wearing that he's shooting a bow and
Okay,
arrow
I could.
in?
Here's the thing. I was lucky I could recognize Janet, and it was quite literally from the haircut. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
Um,
David Finch kind of draws all the female characters with kind of the same haircut, except
uh,
they're kind of similar. Like, a lot of the brunettes are.
maybe. I'm not sure if I agree with that. Actually, I'm not. I don't know if I agree with that. Uh,
Anyway,
but yeah, we have a flashback here. Janet accidentally lets slip that something is wrong because they're talking about having kids, and
and let's look like, oh, you had two of them. Two of what? It's like, oh, right, and this was where I was like, oh, we're doing WandaVision, aren't we? Like,
yeah. Oh
and
man,
my heckles were raised because, oh my god, we're doing WandaVision. And the best parts of WandaVision are all of the stuff with where we are with Wanda and Vision in the alternate reality and processing that grief. and trying to hold on to this past they cannot have. Also, I apparently looked into it. This is a retcon that like the kid situation was already taken care of, and she had come
Mhm.
to terms with that grief already. So like
Yeah.
we are just making up this grief to tell more stories, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I mean, the implication here being like after she caught on to this, she sought out the information herself,
Yeah,
and
from from
from
from
Agatha Harkness,
Agatha Harkness.
famous old lady Agatha Harkness.
Look, listen. Look, I know you can get angry at the MCU not adapting characters correctly, and yeah. Counterpoint, Catherine Hahn.
Catherine
Like,
Hahn's great, and have you
I
seen
was like,
Agatha all along? A genuinely great
I
show.
have, I have not. I need to. I need to.
Genuinely
Honestly,
great show.
you and
Honestly,
Kestrel are both on me that I need to watch that because
genuinely
of
great show. You would greatly enjoy it.
I know Patty LuPone, the diva herself, Patty LuPone,
Yes, a
which
legend.
once
Uh,
again, Patty LuPone in an MCU project is just like,
yeah.
okay, this is not a get that the general public is going to like
I'll say
be.
like I'll
Oh
say also minor spoiler for Agatha All Along, very minor. You know how like the MCU shows all kind of do that thing where like they make the main characters like earn their comic accurate costumes by the end.
yeah,
They make Agatha Harkness earn her gray hair by the end of the show, and it's
okay, that is hilarious.
it's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
So can I just also say part of the problem, getting back on track, part of the problem with this issue, this our final issue of the story proper, because the finale is an epilogue,
Yes,
and
this is the actual finale of the story, and it's all
um,
a monologue
it's all monologue, not from Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch,
from Doctor Stephen
from
Strange.
Doctor Stephen Strange. Oh
Yep.
man, like
Yes. Yeah.
um,
Um, so yeah, we learned of how Wanda we learned about
she,
her kids, learned about what they did to her. Um,
um. Also, like the reaction is, no, she can't be. She's a good person. She doesn't have that in her blood. Actually, she does. He is. I fucking hate this idea.
oh yeah,
He is
this is bad. This is a
Magneto's
bad line. This is a
daughter.
bad line. It's
First
so
off,
bad.
one, Chris Claremont is rolling in his not yet buried grave because
That's a terrible way to word that.
Claremont's not dead. Chris Claremont is rolling in his wait. He's not dead. Hang on. I feel there's a great disturbance because one, like, no, one of the big things Claremont did was redeeming Magneto. Two,
Yeah,
Sins of the Father is bullshit. Like,
yeah,
eh, they're like that is a big storytelling idea. The fact that we aren't our parents, we don't have to be
yeah.
our parents. That
Mhm.
is, and I'm trying to think. Like, has Marvel done characters like that? I think they have. Like, I mean,
What that are explicitly not their
their
parents?
parents. Yeah, like,
Probably somewhere along the
I
line.
mean, the big one obviously is Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver,
Yeah,
as they have,
yeah, yeah.
like, um, also like,
But also, again, Magneto is very firmly not explicitly a villain at this point. Like he's
no, he is not.
well, one could
Also,
also argue, aside from being written by Stan Lee, Magneto has never truly been a 100% evil guy. Like, um,
yeah, it's almost like as soon as the X-Men became like a proper ongoing that wasn't going to fail because under Claremont, like it's because of that complexity of character. Also, Peter Parker is just like she married a robot. Like, Pete, what the fuck does that have
what
to
does that
do
have
with
to do with
anything?
any of that?
Anything.
Oh God.
If
So,
I was dating a robot, you don't talk about me behind my back. Would they? Like,
right?
what?
Uh, we do then actually get some during the Strange's monologue. We do get a nice little like homage to like past Scarlet Witch panels and designs and stories, and I think that's done well. And it's just it's a
Yeah.
strange way to do the reveal in general, but I mean it's
Yeah.
it's there.
Um, and
Um,
and it means nice art, but like, there's again the fact that the reveal is entirely in the mouth of Stephen Strange. Like,
yeah.
Wanda
Um,
isn't a character in her own like nervous breakdown. Um,
yeah. We
And
then
it's basically this awful monologue about how she's really just evil to the core, like,
yeah,
and a
yeah.
manipulator, and it's like, is she? Like,
Yeah,
is
it's weird. It's really weird. Um, we then go
like
to confront Wanda, where she's in her fantasy world with her children and her vision and Agatha and all that. And Cap goes to confront her, and she immediately puts some Nazis in his face, which is a wild moment. um, um, but yeah, we confront Wanda. She goes. We get our kind of a standoff with our Avengers. There's a bit of a fight scene first, fighting Wanda. It's pretty
also
short, actually.
Rogue for some reason attacks Carol Danvers. Like,
Yeah. Cool, man. Not sure why, honestly. Wait, hang on. Where does Rogue come
no,
from?
it's because Wanda mind controls to make
Oh yeah,
everyone fight each. Like,
yeah.
cool. Also, like, they bring up the point. Why don't we just try to talk to her? Like,
Also, I'd like to just bring up the page breakdown here. The the pace of this is insane. The fight between our heroes happens on 1, 2, 3 pages. Two of those are a 2-page spread. We then have a page of Wanda seeing her fake kids crying. Then Strange attacks
also,
her.
I'm
That
gonna be honest. We there's no visual communication on like why she starts crying. Is it they see her as a villain or they
yeah.
see destruction? Like,
So I'll also say here's a small thing. Parts of this comic are also adapted into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Being first off a film directed by Sam Raimi, and also a film that is focused on these two characters in particular, is actually able to expand on this story and this dynamic, and what makes a moment like this that is kind of adapted into that movie, it actually makes it a bit more impactful. As it stands, it's just it. I don't know. It doesn't really say much. We get Strange attacking Wanda here.
with
Um,
the Eye of Agamotto to show her the truth,
uh,
uh, and it puts her into a like into a deep coma,
yep,
and they find Agatha Harkness is dead and rotten. Like,
yep.
and
And
Magneto
then
shows up to take Wanda away, and that is the end of the that's the end of the story. We do get a flashback, a 3-page flashback or
yep
so. Yeah,
to
3 page
an
flashback
old
to
to an old Stanley Avengers issue,
uh
showing Wanda and Pietro joining the Avengers, which I really like.
hey, hey, gets us some Jack Kirby art.
Let's get some Jack
Like
Kirby art. I really do like 60s Avengers. I don't know where the hate for it comes from. I really like this is also the start of my personal favorite Stanley era Avengers team. I really love this lineup of Cap, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, and Hawkeye. It's a great lineup.
I kind of hope we do get to do some like okay, we need to do at least one Lee Kirby run. Like,
We do.
we need to
We
get
should.
that started. I like,
Yeah.
yes, I would not trade starting Marvel with Spider-Man for anything because that's that's probably the easiest starting point, let's
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
honest, especially if we're
Yeah.
going back to the 60s. It's either that or maybe Lee Kirby
Fantastic.
Fantastic
Yeah.
Four.
Yeah. Fantastic
Like,
Four. Yeah. But also early Fantastic Four is a little rough. I do like it, but it's a little rough.
I mean, it's a
Ro-
little rough because it's quite literally the first big superhero comic the company as we know it created.
yeah. Yep.
Yes, certain characters existed
Sta-
before that in the
Stanley.
30s, but like,
If you think 1962 Stanley is wonky, 1961 Stanley is even fucking wonkier. He's so weird. um,
it is.
but
I
anyway,
imagine it's flying by the seat of my pants. I don't know how to write a
just
superhero
yeah,
comic.
the dude doesn't know what he's doing yet, which makes it an interesting project to see like how that story to see how his style develops. But it's still not the greatest start to a comic ever. Anyway, that brings us to our final issue for today, though, the Avengers finale.
With art by, let's just read out the art because
Yeah,
the art. So first off, obviously in the last issue we had art. Most of this we've had art. It's been David Finch on pencils, Lenny Mickey on inks, Frank DeMarta on colors. Um, but on 503, the uh, the montage was done the Scarlet Witch montages were done by George Perez, John Byrne, Scott Collins, Kieran Dwyer, Oliver Copiel, Alan Davis, Michael Golden, Brent Anderson, J.G. Jones, and Jack Kirby. This
Legends.
finale, this finale is 37 pages long with art. I'm just going to say art because I'm not going to do full pencils, inks breakdown.
Yeah.
Pencils, inks, and colors by David Finch, Danny Meeke, Frank DeMarna, Alex Maleev, Steve Epting, Lee Weeks, Brian Raber, Michael Gaydos, Ralph Powell, Derek Robertson, Maury Hollowell, Mike Mayhew, Andy Troy, David Mack, Gary Frank, Mike Avon Oming, Pete Pantazes, Jim Chung, Mark Morales, Justin Ponzer, Steve McNiven, George Perez, and Mike Perkins with a cover by the legendary Neil Adams.
Of course. Oh my god,
Like,
my beloved.
they are celebrating. This is
Yes.
our big celebration issue.
This is also the only truly great issue of the comic today.
Here's the thing. This is what brings the story up to a fairly low 6 out of 10. But it brings it to that 6 out of 10
Yeah.
just because it's actually a really nice, thoughtful, like, reflection on what the Avengers have
extremely
meant.
sentimental look at the Avengers as well too. There's a lot of love in this issue.
So you get the feeling that basically what I feel like Bendis might have done is he went to all these past Avengers artists who have meant a lot for the book, who are obviously still around and working, and it was like, hey, what famous Avengers scene do you want to draw?
Yeah.
What Avengers
so
moment?
Good. It's so good. Oh man. The issue itself is a framing device for that moment. Essentially, we open on recovering from the madness that was the story Chaos, or Disassembled as it is now known. And
it's very much, hey, it's the funeral. It's the funeral. It's the wake. It's our burying our dead.
You essentially just get to see the Avengers mourn, try to recover.
Hank and Janet are back together, possibly by the end of this thing, which is wild.
Tony is also
Jarvis has nowhere to fucking go. Poor Jarvis.
Tony also has taken this chaos as an opportunity to cover up his secret identity somehow. It
doesn't explain it how. Never mind. I was like,
he doesn't. I figured he doesn't. Yeah. We also get a nice little Quicksilver appearance at the start here. Just kind of like, I mean, it is also once again a man speaking for Wanda, but you know, it's the best we're gonna get at this point. It is a nice little moment of mourning for him, though, and I enjoy that. I like that. I like then our Avengers starting to like recover and starting to like say like, hey, and this is becoming once again the framing device for the story, for what this issue actually ends up being, which is like, hey,
it's also very much the big, hey, Tony says I can't give funding, so Avengers are totally disassembled, even if we wanted to do things without government approval. Which, like, yeah, I'm totally fine. Like, I think not having government approval is actually an interesting thing. Like,
yeah. Well, here's you're gonna see them delve into that a bit more next volume.
Do the new Avengers have government approval?
They do not. Well, sorry, not really. You'll see.
I'll see. Okay,
you'll see. But yeah, our sort of the main event here in this issue is the whole, hey, what was your favorite moment? What did you like? And we get a bunch of classic iconic Avengers moments redrawn by big Avengers artists, people that love these characters. We see like the origins of the Avengers.
Pretty much all in 2-page spreads that are gorgeous. Like,
so good. Oh my god, I adore these. The fucking David Mack one. Oh my god, it's gorgeous.
The Michael Gaydos one of
yes. Oh my god.
Of Wanda and Vision in love.
Yes.
There's the one of gosh. Wait, which one is David Mack? Shit, I'm trying to remember.
No. Oh no, I thought David Mack worked on the Gaydos one. Oh no, I guess it is just Gaydos, isn't it? Did Lee Mack work on this? He didn't, did he? Shit. I was mistaken.
No, David Mack did one.
No, okay, yeah, David Mack's style is the Wanda and Vision one. That's totally David Mack.
Wait, is it?
Gatos is probably
Well, hang on. Hang on. Let me count the pages. Gatos' page is 12 to. Oh, you're right. Gatos is 12 to 15. Hang on. So,
yeah. So Gatos has got to be. Is he the first one?
hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4,
He.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
I think he's
10,
the first one.
11. Oh no, he is. He he's the first one and the lead into the first one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can
Or
tell.
no,
Yeah.
he's just the lead into the first one. He is all
Oh,
that's all
okay.
him.
Yes.
The
Oh,
first
yeah.
one
You can
is
tell.
so
You
the
can tell.
first
Look at the way he draws Carol, though. That's totally
yeah,
Gatos.
that is Gatus.
Um,
First one is Eric Powell.
mhm.
The reviving Cap from the Ice is Eric Robinson and Moria Hollowell. Hollowell doing the colors. Um, the third one, which is
The Scroll War.
the Kree Scroll War, which is Mike Mayhew and Andy Troy, and then yeah,
You got
David Mack is that
David.
gorgeous.
David fucking Mack, man. I love him so much. Oh, he's so good. Oh
Um,
man. The Korvac one. Who does that one?
Gary Frank.
Oh God. Oh, that is Gary Frank, isn't it? All right. Then how about the Thanos one?
Mike Avon Oming.
Cool. Let's see.
Uh,
Then we've got the Baron Zemo one.
which is Jim Chung.
Gotcha. And then we've got the uh, our boy.
Why are you here? That's Steve McNiven. Hi,
Ah,
Steve.
nice. It would be Steve McNiven.
And then from the then we that's and guess who gets to draw the rest of the issue?
Who, Jacob?
The man, the myth, the legend,
Mm-hmm.
George Perez.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Oh man. I love the raising of the glasses at the end there. I love especially just the Cap panel that leads into it. Gorgeous little scene there. And I love the idea of the people being there for the Avengers, holding their little vigil for the fallen heroes, and for the Avengers as a whole. It's a really sweet moment to end the issue on. It almost makes you forget that the rest of the story is a mess. Um, but that, I suppose, is Avengers Disassembled. Final thoughts?
Yeah. Eh. It kind of exists. Yeah, I did look up the release dates. So this last issue released on November 10th, 2004.
Mhm.
New Avengers #1 released December 1st,
Beautiful.
2004.
You know how you give the team a break. That's how you do it, right?
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Nearly 3 weeks.
I know I brought
It's
the Justice League before, but like at least there was an entire DC Comics event between that and the Justice League being back, or actually not even
yeah.
Justice League, the heroes that died in that being back, not even the proper Justice League yet. But
It's
anyway, Avengers finale is a
it
great issue. It really
exists.
is. It's a great
It
issue.
is. It is. It is. It's
Very
good.
sweet. A great celebration of Avengers history. The
It'll
story
be
itself,
very interesting to see if I actually vibe more with New Avengers as a book.
it is just genuinely a better story. It pretty much in every conceivable way, it's a better story.
Um,
Uh,
I know what Bendis stays on New Avengers for
such
like
a long time. Such a long time.
I want to say the entirety of the first volume of New Avengers.
I think so. I could be
Like,
wrong.
um, yeah, because it ran to for 64 issues, and yeah, Bendis is on basically all 64 and
What
a
do you think?
finale.
You know, now that you've done a bit of both, his solo books, his team books, what do you think of Brian Michael Bendis as a writer in general?
He's not a bad writer. Um, there's definitely bits of stuff where it's very of the time, for better
Mhm.
and for worse. And I do admire him, especially in Jessica Jones, trying to push the boundaries of the stories that we can tell.
Oh yeah.
Um, he's a writer
Well,
who is aware of the landscape, but he just, in a lot of ways, he's a workman.
yeah. when the guy has a strong idea, when he's really passionate about a character, he can do wonders. I just don't think he's always giving 110%. Like, once again, when I make that comparison to Jeff Johns, like, I don't know, man. Even when Jeff Johns misses, like, you could tell he still actually cares about the characters he's writing for. And I feel like Bendis doesn't always give off that vibe. Like, he's a guy that loves characters, but perhaps not every character equally. He likes having characters.
Yeah.
Am I making sense? I'm not sure if I am.
There is part of the problem with Avengers Disassembled is just the sheer volume of let's try to get everyone who's ever been a past Avenger in this thing at least at one point, and a decent chunk of them don't even get a line of dialogue.
Yeah.
Like we didn't even mention several of them we didn't straight up mention because they don't do much. Like,
yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it really does. And it's not an outright bad story, you know. There are moments when Bendis really does shine, when he's able to make you really care for these characters, but it's mostly done through kind of putting them through the ringer and not getting you to understand who they are first. And maybe that's not a fair criticism to levy at something that is meant to be a finale for the characters, but also it is Bendis' first Avengers story, so there should at least be some amount of onboarding.
We're coming in. I don't know why we are doing this story as 500 onward. Like,
mm-hmm.
It really should be the lead up to 500 to have 500 be the finale.
Yeah.
And then here's the thing, arguably, New Avengers #1 should be a completely fresh start. Shouldn't have had to read Disassembled to jump into New Avengers #1.
I'll tell you right now, unfortunately, you did have to do this.
Yes.
Like,
no, considering.
Oh, did you see the first page of New Avengers?
I did. But also considering these modern epics aren't the first times we've had an oversized trade of the New Avengers, because these are reskins of New Avengers: The Complete Collection.
Yep, and they always include Disassembled.
They include Disassembled.
Yeah. It is an essential story. You do need to read it.
The New Avengers omnibuses.
Omnibuy.
Yeah,
they always include Disassembled, and it is the start of the run. But man, it shouldn't be.
The only thing that didn't was the trade paperback, and that's because Avengers Disassembled
had its own trade. Yeah.
So
whatever.
That's a problem.
Yeah. You know, it's not a problem. How good this episode was. We made a great episode. People love us, and they love us so much that they're going to listen to our promotions at the end. Because good Fresh Face Comics listeners always listen to our promotions at the end because they love us so much. Jake, go ahead and
Kian, are you going to continue listening this time?
Keep listening. Keep listening, Kian. Jamie, our wonderful listeners that listen to everything that we do.
No, Kian specifically admitted to me that he didn't listen to the reveal when we did the last reveal, which is so funny.
Fool! We revealed 3 episodes last time. The fool.
That's why he was still under the impression that we were going to be doing House of M after Disassembled, and I'm like, no, it's New Avengers Volume 1.
Everyone, this is why you listen to the promotions, because that's when you get the reveals at the end. Fools!
Fly, you fools! Things. I have some things to promote. First, I'm actually going to promote my Blue Sky first, because I am doing a thread of takes on the first 4 seasons of Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Hell yeah, you are.
I don't know how quickly they're going to be. Probably not too. It's not going to be super spread out, because I mean, like, there'll hopefully be at least an episode a day, because
it's a snappy show. It's a snappy show.
Yeah, it's a snappy show, and the 25-minute episodes. More like 28 minutes with the quite long closing credits, which
they include all the international credits. Yeah.
Also, on my blog, I recently reviewed Star Wars: Temptation of the Force.
You did,
which was
so good,
really great. Had some thoughts. had some thoughts on that, and I've also been reviewing Star Trek: The Next Generation for the first time, where at this when this comes out, I will have
Oh
just
no.
done
Oh
the
dear.
high ground.
Oh dear.
Um,
Oh no.
the problem is we're recording this quite in advance, so
Oh no. Oh no.
that'll be my last Star Trek review of the year.
Oh
Um,
god. Oh no.
Joey is losing it, so I'll just go ahead and do the promotions for his
No,
promotions
no, no,
for
no,
him.
I got it. Okay. Likewise, I'm also doing Star Trek Next Generation on the channel. If you go to the channel, we've just put out a review, me and my brother, our video review for The Hunted. It's a great episode. Check that out right now. But also, if you hop over to our Patreon. Patreon.com/Blood Donut Studios. You can check out early Star Trek reviews for our next episode, which is for the High Ground. You're actually getting really good at doing it when I run out of time, Jacob. That's really good.
I am.
High Ground, which is a terrible, terrible Star Trek episode. It's so fucking bad. Check out my review for that because God, I go on a rant in that one. It's over on our Patreon. You can either get it either at the ensign or the lieutenant tier. You can also get on our Patreon at the lieutenant tier exclusive Star Trek commentaries. At the time of this coming out, we have recently put out our commentary for Shore Leave, and our next one is the Galileo 7, which I just recorded today, which is still so fucking good. I adore it. Also on Patreon, you can get Fresh Face Extras at the Lieutenant tier. It's even more of the podcast that you're listening to right now that you love so very, very much. You can check that out there. We talked for an extra 20 minutes this time about tabletop RPGs, future episodes, things that you might be interested in if you want to know what's coming up on the podcast, Kian. You can also get, if you're not into any of that, there's a general support tier. It is $1 a month. It is the cadet tier. Cadet tier. It'll just get your name down in the description of everything we put out. It'll be the first thing people see when they go down there. They'll see your name down there, see you're a cool person. They'll want to be a cool person too. That's how it works. Those are the Patreon. Also on the channel, Blood Donut Studios, we also do, me and my brother, we do our Star Wars show, R2BD. We have recently put out our episode on End of Games, our last volume of Darth Vader by Kieran Gillen. And starting up next year, we are starting off with a bang. We are putting out our video on Darth Plagueis by James Luceno, which I'm pretty sure, had some hot takes on. There's one big aspect of it that we didn't like, but otherwise it's a good book. So check that out when that is out. That'll be out in January. So that'll be cool. Also on the channel, there's Fresh Face One Shots. It is the spinoff of this show where we cover current comics coming out. We cover Superman by Joshua Williamson, Wonder Woman by Tom King, Trinity Daughter of Wonder Woman, the spinoff of Wonder Woman, and Batman by Matt Fraction, DCKO, Uncanny X-Men when that is back in January, and that actually does it there. That's all we cover on Fresh Face One Shots. It's gonna loosen up soon. The schedule's gonna loosen up soon, and I hope it stays that way.
I was going to say, KO is done in March, I think, and
and Trinity will be done by the time this comes out, but our video on it won't be out until early January because of holidays. So all that said, I think that about does it as far as promotions go. As always, our link trees, our socials will be down below. You can follow us wherever you want to follow us on any socials. Wherever you're listening to us on, be it Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, etc. Be sure to leave a rating, subscribe, comment on
comments. We talk about we
comment on things. We can use some more comments for Fresh Face Correspondence. Talk about anything you want. Ask us about the weather. We'll talk about the weather if you want. I guess that does it for today, though. Also, the channel, Blood Donut Studios, be sure to subscribe to that. Any support there is greatly appreciated. Until next time, this has been... Thank you all so much for listening. I can outro. Until next time, this has been Joey Morgan.
And Jacob Licklider.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.